I'd love you to talk about how you use a done list and perhaps what it is in your work.
Yeah, I would say it's a list that you keep through the day, probably, rather than necessarily just at the end of the day. So just a role for recording proactively the things that you do as you do them, so that you, as well as a to-do list or instead of a to-do list, you're also creating this list of your accomplishments through the day that gets longer and longer as the day goes on. I mean, to-do lists often tend to get longer and longer as the day goes on as well, but that's a problem. This is a good thing, right? The longer your done list, the better. But I think it is so powerful because it invites you to compare your output, not to infinity, which is what we're usually doing, that all the things we could yet do that would be useful if we could do them, but to zero. It's implicitly, it's like, here's what I've done compared to if I stayed in bed and done nothing today.